Zamfara banditry. Retired general in trouble for defying gold mining ban. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. Please listen to the end. A retired general is in trouble over his alleged refusal to comply with the total ban on gold mining imposed in Zamfara state by the federal government in a bid to stem banditry and other violent attacks in the state. The retired military brass, said to be wielding enormous influence and power within and outside Zamfara state, is believed to have been placed under security watch over his uncontrolled gold mining operations, which are said to be aiding and abetting banditry in the state. He is said to be particularly deploying suspicious elements from within and outside the country to conduct his bustling mining operation in defiance of anti-banditry measures rolled out by the state and federal authorities following the spike in insecurity in the state. The retired military officer is said to have, in defiance of the ban, continued to engage wanton gold mining and illegal fights, as well as the deployment of questionable characters to mine and provide protection for his illegal operations. Asked why the Zamfara governor, who is the chief security officer of the state, has not taken action against the former military top brass, the top official explained that the governor was helpless in the circumstance, given the fact that the retired officer was among the key sponsors of the many current set of political leaders in the state. I can tell you that the governor of Zamfara state is helpless or in a dilemma because most of the people in the cabinet were brought into government by the man spearheading illegal mining and breaching all anti-banditry measures put in place by the state governor and the federal government, the official said last night. The governor is rather concerned that the man who should act as a father and statesman is unfortunately pursuing selfish pursuits that are endangering the lives of everyone in Zamfara state. But as fourth step towards reining in the retired military officer and his alleged mining activities in the state, the federal government, it was learned, has ordered the immediate audit of all licenses issued to individuals and corporate organizations for gold mining in Zamfara. Meanwhile, the top security agent involved in the case said the ultimate goal of the audit ordered by the federal government is to stop the general and all those deploying insecurity to promote the operation at the expense of the state. While those who are engaging in illegal mining without license or using bandits to promote the operations at the expense of lives are to be summarily tried for treasonable offenses. Those who are mining illegally are to be seriously dealt with and flushed out of the state. President Muhammadu Buhari had on March 2, 2021 slammed a no-fly zone order on Zamfara and also banned gold mining activities in the state until further notice. The federal government also on September 6, 2021 suspended mobile phone networks in all states, all in a bid to frustrate violent attacks by organized gangs of bandits. Northerners are very dubious and wicked in this country. That is why they are refusing to accept restructuring. They know what they are doing. They are not making any mistake. It is now left to the mid-docile South to wait and watch Nigeria and her indigenous citizens are destroyed. What I do not understand about the Southern leaders and their action, they believe that if anything, they will be exempted from the Malays. They are forgetting that a poor does not have the thing the Fulanis will take from them. But the rich leaders, you have planes, mansions, businesses, Pandora's papers properties, which they will swoop in on first if they weigh the implication. They should initiate restructuring in place with the bits they can start with. After all, the North has taken everything from the South to the North and still restructuring secretly while the South are waiting for permissions. I hope the South remembers that Mr. Buhari told World Bank and the likes of Bill Gates to start development from the North while the South remains bare. It is really, really sad. It is really, really sad. It is really, really sad. This is what we are talking about. This is what we are talking about. Electing somebody that is not competent enough. And because he was elected on the grounds of favoritism, then what happens? When he sees the truth, he calls it a lie. Or when he sees injustice, he looks away. Why? So that I will not offend the person that elected me in. That is not supposed to be. If you are competent, you are competent. That is it. And if you are voted in on the basis of truism, sincerism, everybody voted you because you are competent for the job. Believe you me, if you misbehave, they vote you out. That is why I said some suggestions has to be made. The government has to look at them. First of all, laws has to be put in place. These people will have criteria. Then secondly, there is nothing like second tenor. Nothing like second tenor, no matter how good you do. Except the electorate now are now saying, okay, fine, this person should rule. But me, there is nothing should be, nothing like second tenor. Nothing. Nothing. Another law that should be put into, to sign into bill to checkmate the excesses of the leaders is the law that if you come in and in 2 years, 2 years and 6 months, you are not able to really tackle some particular issues, some issues that are the major ones. You keep doing maybe the little ones and leave the major ones. I tell you, you will be impeached. The law should be signed into bill. Then, of course, before even ever they go into office, they should have criteria met. What have you been doing? Have you held any public position before? If you have, how well did you do? Were you the person that does favoritism? Or are you the one like you are good and good in all ramifications? Are you sincere in your dealings with your office? Do you carry out your duties diligently? Or do you employ the use of other people to carry it out for you? That is it. That is it. Now, this particular military, ex-militant, look at what he's saying. Because he is the one that helped this and this and this person, he is now above the law. This is what happens when favoritism comes to play, when nepotism comes to play. Look, the thing is, these things are not, the effects are not just this, the consequences are not just one. It goes on a long way. You elect somebody on the basis, he does not merit it. You know deep down that this person, you are putting him there, it is not because you want the best for Nigeria. It is because you want him to do your bidding. Then that is the number one offense. That is favoritism, that is nepotism, or tribalism, or ethnicism, or religion now. Those one are one. Then number two, the error has been committed. The person comes into power and is not allowed to work in his capacity, in full capacity. Why? I don't want to thread on the shoes. I don't want to step in or be seen as biting the fingers that fed me. He'll be so careful. Meanwhile, if you have come in through the door and not the window, what will happen? You will do the things you want to do. You will challenge your cabinet members. You will tell them this cannot happen. These people, they are the one that put me in here and they put me in here for the betterment of this country. We cannot be making policies that will better only ourselves. We need somebody that is going to say no. Somebody that even if his advisors comes and give him information about a particular topic, he is going to go out of his way and get the first-hand information. Why? Because he is healthy and capable and competent enough. That is it. But if you keep voting in somebody, I tell you, it will backfire. It will. When he's supposed to do right, he will do wrong. And until we stop seeing public office as private, that is when things like this will stop. Public office is public office. It is not meant for only you and your family members. If you want to rule your family, you stay indoors. Do your compound meeting and all of you. Whatever you want to. But a public office is meant, it is going to touch thousands of lives, for crying out loud. That is why we need competent hands in those positions. On this note, we have come to the end of the news, and we say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.